It's quite possible to attract any woman. It's not rocket science. However, to conquer women, there are certain psychological triggers you must learn how to pull. One thing you need to understand: you can't convince a woman to feel attraction for you. The first thing you need to understand is how nature, and the world in general, works. The universe is actually a giant magnetic field. This magnetic field helps to hold things together, bind things together, etc. It causes things to pull at each other, other things to push at each other, and so on. The same universal forces also work here on Earth in all matter and living organisms, including animals, birds, reptiles, and insects. Believe me, women, just like men, are also dying to attract members of the opposite sex, especially interesting men. We are taught in school that opposite magnetic poles attract each other. Positive attracts negative, and negative attracts positive. This is what happens all the time between men and women. Men and women are members of opposite magnetic poles. That's why men and women differ on many different issues of life. A seemingly handsome man could be chasing a certain beautiful woman for a date. However, every time he tries to get a date, the woman just keeps turning him down. At this point, most men get frustrated and just give up. On the other hand, it's quite common to see a beautiful woman immediately get attracted to a seemingly not so good-looking guy. Such are the realities of life. Ever wondered why this happens? This is because women are created very differently from men. Differences between men and women. This might come as a shock to many men, but the fact is that women are very different from men. Men are generally attracted to women by their looks. Women are not necessarily attracted by the looks of a man, but by a man who makes them feel a certain way. This is the fantasy of every woman since childhood. If you understand this, then you will have in your hands one of the most powerful keys to attracting women. There are 6 basic differences between men and women. In fact, there are more, but these 6 are the most fundamental differences if you need to understand how to attract women. If you understand these things, you can attract any woman you want. These 6 differences are also like electrical switches or magnetic poles. If you switch on the appropriate switch at the right time, you will automatically attract the woman you want. Men use the left brain, women use the right brain. Men are aroused by sex, women are aroused by love. Men are aroused by fantasy, women are aroused by excitement. Men are aroused by physical strength, women are aroused by drama. Men are aroused by physical appearance, women are aroused by intelligence. Men are aroused by stress, women are aroused by emotions. It's important to understand that, unlike men, women are not necessarily attracted by the good looks of men, unless the men can stimulate them in ways they like, as mentioned above. The left brain versus right brain. Women use the right brain, men use the left brain. Yes, I know this is difficult to comprehend unless I give you an illustration. Men usually put their left foot forward whenever they alight from a moving vehicle or a lift. On the contrary, women usually put the right foot forward whenever they alight from a vehicle and on every other occasion, whether they're climbing stairs or alighting from a lift. These 2 different perspectives of thinking determine the different behavior patterns between men and women. Sex versus love. Actually, women look at sex quite differently. Women are not necessarily aroused by sex. Women are aroused by love. If you can express genuine love towards a woman, she will eventually give you what you want. This is because, unlike men, who are just stimulated by fantasy through their minds, women are stimulated emotionally through the heart. Touch a woman's heart and you touch her emotions. Touch a woman's emotions and she'll allow you to touch her anywhere. In fact, if all you're interested in is sex, women can see you from a mile away. That's why they play hard to get. They want to figure you out first before they can trust you enough to have a relationship with you. Please understand that women have more to lose in any relationship than men. Men are aroused by sex. Women are aroused by love and lasting relationships. Women can be very skeptical. They are programmed to believe that the moment they yield to your sexual demands, you're more than likely to dump them. Express genuine love to a woman and she'll be all yours. That's why you need a lot of patience, especially with a woman you just met and really want. In fact, as a general rule, never discuss sex with a woman you just met if you feel really attracted to her. On the contrary, if a woman really wants you badly, she will fall head over heels for you. If this happens to you, be careful. She may be doing this just to make another woman jealous. As another general rule, never go out with another woman just to make your desired woman jealous. Fantasy versus excitement. Fantasy doesn't arouse women in the same sense it arouses men. A man's sense of fantasy is a beautiful woman with a certain physical appearance. A woman's sense of fantasy is a handsome man who will make her feel a certain way. Excitement and fun arouse most women, and if you can provide it to them, then you're the man they will go for. You don't even need to have a lot of money to win women. A woman can finance any excitement she wants once she discovers that you're an exciting man. Women love fun, jokes, and stories. Tell her exciting stories without over-exaggerating. Take her to exciting places where she will enjoy herself. Suggest places where she has never been. Create adventure. Take her to the movies. Women love good food. Take her for lunch. Even a bar of chocolate turns a woman on. Don't wear heavy cologne, which may interfere with your lymphatic system. Dress well and groom yourself. Always be gentle, caring, and affectionate. As a general rule, don't ask a woman for a date the first time. Create an occasion for a date first, and don't blow it. It must be preceded by a series of other gestures and activities. Don't criticize or differ with a woman for no apparent reason. Women will know you like them the first time you meet. In fact, women can see you even without looking at you directly, and they're very good at stealing a glance when you're not suspecting. Physical strength versus drama. Men tend to get a positive chemical boost from conflict and competition, while in women, conflict is more likely to elicit negative chemical reactions, creating stress, fear, and sadness. Men love activities that enhance adrenaline, like sports, traveling, and adventure. Women love drama. Drama accomplishes a lot of things at once. Drama gets attention and sends emotions through the body. Emotions are highly addictive chemicals. Drama creates an environment for fun, excitement, and enjoyment. Drama appears to be more realistic than mere fantasy, and sends more emotional chemicals to the brain in women than in men. It is interesting and prevents boredom. The drama also creates a sense of self-righteousness, and gives life meaning, and so on. There are a lot of good reasons for drama, but most men can't understand this because drama fulfills needs that most men don't have. Physical appearance versus intelligence. Men are easily attracted by the physical appearance of a woman. Women are not necessarily attracted by the physical appearance of a man. Women's sense of physical beauty is very different from men's. When I was a young boy, I was very shy. But whenever I sat near girls, they would mill all around me for some reason. At the time, I didn't understand why. I knew I was not the most handsome boy in class, although I knew I was good at math. Later, I realized that girls were not actually attracted to me because of my looks, but of my ability to solve complex mathematical formulas. This made me very popular at school. This phenomenon continued until my teenage and adulthood. For example, I would sometimes notice that at the bus stop, on my way to work, most of my neighbors were actually women who had somehow unconsciously drifted around me. Later, I came to learn that women can be attracted by male pheromones, odorless chemical compounds emitted not only by humans but also by animals. Pheromones are all part of nature's mating game, intended to create sexual attraction on a purely physical level. Female animals are more sensitive to pheromones than their male counterparts, and can unconsciously detect male pheromones from a short distance. Men with high testosterone levels emit more pheromones, which not only arouse women sexually but also give them a sense of protection. I was surprised to read that Bill Gates, though not particularly handsome, also went through a similar experience as a young boy while attending computer classes at Lakeside School because of his mathematical genius. As he writes in his best-selling book, The Road Ahead, women like to be associated with powerful, intelligent men. This gives them a sense of emotional edge of jealousy over their peers. This has something to do with female hormones, known as estrogens, which control the development, maintenance, and characteristics of the female body. Estrogens also direct women's psychology, behavior, and emotions with regard to reproduction. For example, in some cultures, women really believe that they have a higher chance of giving birth to an intelligent child if they mate with an intelligent man, which they believe will make them more appreciated by their husbands and society in general. This is not always the case, but it happens. This doesn't mean that all of us must be mathematical geniuses to attract beautiful women. However, you have a big advantage if you can demonstrate some kind of intelligence. This could be any physical or intellectual intelligence. On the other hand, the woman you're after should also be genuinely interested in what you know. One big secret is that you should first find out what your woman is interested in, what she likes, what she enjoys, and so on. You must demonstrate that you're really good at something if you want to attract beautiful women. If you're not good at anything, learn something. Stress versus emotions. Men get an extra sexual kick when stress levels are high. In fact, they will bond better with a female in a stressful or aggressive environment. By contrast, a female is more likely to reject a male's advances in a stressful or aggressive environment. Cortisol blocks the reception of oxytocin in female brains, shutting down a woman's desire for physical touch. And if a woman does have sex under stress, she won't be able to reach orgasm while her amygdala is active, which is the center for anxiety, aggression, and fear. Women are emotional wrecks. If you know how to pull emotional triggers, then women will be falling head over heels for you. This is because you stimulate them in a way they like. One emotion that really attracts women is jealousy. Women are jealous of each other, no matter how powerful or beautiful they know they are. Women's emotions can be stimulated by giving gifts and by showing affection and care. Gifts have a different meaning to women than they do to men. Gifts trigger emotional feelings if given with affection and love. Remember, women are aroused by the man who makes them feel a certain way. For example, a gift indicates to a woman how much you love and care for her. This sends an emotional trigger to other women, which makes them jealous. Don't give gifts to a woman the first time, but when you do, make sure the gift is not common. This could be anything rare like jewels, perfume, wristwatch, bracelet, necklace, a dress, a ring, earrings, shoes, or a car. Next thing you know, she'll be leaning forward to be kissed by you. Succeeding with women is not magic. Attracting beautiful women is actually an art you can master, just like any other art or science. Understanding the psychology of women is just the beginning of a journey towards this mastery.